What's up, YouTubers, ladies and gentlemen? I am coming to you with my first, I guess I'd say Blu-ray movie review. But it's, I guess I'll be getting to the movie as well, but it's mainly this is the special edition Blu-ray of the Evil Dead Anthology. And with me I have the 2002 DVD special edition Necronomicon for Evil Dead, the original. So, this one was not even originally in the US, but it comes with the Count Darien dagger, as you can see here. And these are all the special features it comes with. So 3 DVDs of rare and unseen evil deadliness, invaluable Doko, Sam Raimi interview, The Living Love, The Dead, featurette, Bruce Campbell, Geeker God, featurette, Life After Death, The Ladies of the Evil Dead, Doko, behind the scenes footage and outtakes, commentary, making of, trailer and TV spots, and more. And so this was, I think, originally in Australia. I had to special order it, and I'll tell you, this thing was not cheap. It was almost $300. But you know, me being the Evil Dead fan that I have been since I was 5, I just had to have it. And it really irritates me when stuff as cool as this is not regularly in the US. I mean, why would it not be? You know, it's pretty weird if you think about it. Something like this would not be in the United States of America. Weird. But anyways, I ordered it, special ordered it. Comes with all 4 movies: Evil Dead, The Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and the Evil Dead 2013 remake. Remake, whatever you want to call it. It didn't really, I don't know. If you hear Sam Raimi explain it, it's not really a remake, and it's not really a continuation either. So it's kind of the same thing they did with the first 2 movies. The first one did connect to the second one, but the beginnings were different. For example, in the first one, it was a group of friends that came to the cabin, and if you remember in the first one, at the very end, the demon is coming from the woods, and it goes up and attacks Ash, and it cuts to the credits of the movie. But then if you go back and you watch The Evil Dead 2, he brings his girlfriend Linda, and then that very same thing happens, and then, you know, he go and the demon carries him like sonic speed into the woods, and he's all like spinning around and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about. So basically, they changed the beginnings of it and then continued it from there. So, you know, the remake was just a totally different, alternate reality in my mind. It was just a totally different thing. So anyways, this is the Evil Dead Anthology. Comes with the dagger, and as you can see, there's all the movies I just stated down there. It's R18 plus restricted. The high definition collector's pack. On the back, it shows the covers of the movie: The Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, subtitle, Army of Darkness, and Evil Dead 2013. And on the back here, all 4 Evil Dead films together for the first time on high definition Blu-ray. And those are all the bonus features that I stated, except, you know, the last few. Collectibles: The Book of the Dead, sculpted by Tom Sullivan. which is the same guy who did this original right here from 2002. 16 original pages of illustrations and hand-drawn by Tom Sullivan. The Kandarian replica prop, sculpted by Tom Sullivan as well. So, yep, that's the packaging. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. And mind you, you do have to be very careful with opening. If you ever do end up buying this in the future, paying the ungodly money for it, I do recommend being very careful when sliding the Necronomicon out, because the rubber is likely to rip on the cardboard if you are not careful. So please be advised about that. Okay. So it's out of the package. I'm going to set that right over here. And here it is. I'm also going to be doing the comparison between the 2002 and this newer version of the Necronomicon. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to open them up. The rubber, like I said, it is a cheap rubber. And I think, even though I do love the design of the book, it's a little bigger than it was in the first two movies. Like, if you remember in the first two movies, it was literally this size. I mean, this is the actual proportionate size from the movies. But if you watch Army of Darkness, those the books were like this size. So what they did is they mixed all the movie Necronomicon books together in one, which is pretty cool if you think about it. It's pretty cool, size-wise, pages-wise. So yeah, they pretty much just mixed it all together. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. Here it is. It's stating all the movies that comes with it. The Evil Dead Anthology. It has a skin on the inside, and it's been glued right here to the seams. Right here. This is the side of it. I'm going to go ahead and go to the back real quick. This is what the back looks like, by the way. Now it's got some stains and something on there. It's got a little, it's a little loose, so air can get in there really easily. So yeah, make sure you get the air out. So here it is. The pages are they're pretty thick. They're not like how they are in the movies. So if you see here, this page is from the original. So this is an original page. Tom Sullivan's signature is right here, 2014 Tom Sullivan. And I love this art. And ever since I was a kid, I've always mimicked drawing these pages. And in fact, when I was a kid, I used to get cardboard boxes and make my own hand chainsaw and run around being Ash and making my own Necronomicon out of, like a bunch of scrap paper. And I was so in love with this franchise, and I still am. This, I don't remember this being in the original, but like they included a couple extra pages. This type of symbolism is mostly from the new movie. This is from the original. Now I can't really tell you what any of this means. It's like pretty much a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but it's cool. It's cool. You're not really supposed to know what it means. But they find ways around that. So they keep the movie going. So I think that's really good art. There you go there. All those different heads. And that I'm going to assume that's the tree, because you know the evil is within the trees, so that brings them alive. So those are probably all the different evil souls within the trees. There is the possessed hand, which I assume is supposed to be Ash's hand. Doesn't always have to be. I mean, it's really weird because they never really explained it. Well, actually, they do. It's really hard to explain, but you know, Ash goes back in time into the Army of Darkness, and because if you remember in Evil Dead 2, he was in the Necronomicon. They don't have the I don't think they have the page in this book or any of the other books, but in the movie, the Necronomicon has the Ash, you know, being the hero, saving everybody, and that goes back to Army of Darkness, where he goes back in time and saves the people in the medieval times. So there's his hand. Here's a small miniature map of the land. I assume this is the cabin here. These are the mountains. These are trees. This must be some sort of the river. But I don't know. I'm not really sure this is an accurate representation of what a topical map looks like for the area. But, you know, what do I know? I was not on the set of the movie. So only Sam knows. Next, we have the picture with all the eyes. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. And then looks like this is the Necronomicon here, and it's spreading out over the all over the picture there, which that's pretty cool. And this is great artwork. Tom Sullivan's a really good artist, and he's given me a lot of inspiration about my art as well. There's a Necronomicon here. This was in the original Necronomicon from the first two movies. The only thing is, it's just a little bit different than it was drawn in the movies. So let's give you a couple seconds to look at that. It's good stuff. Dismemberment. That's how you get rid of the evil souls. Here is a demon that looks a lot like the demon that was in the beginning and at the end of Evil Dead 2. So what I should really say is at the end of Evil Dead 2, after he gets teleported to the medieval times, the bat creature, and at the beginning of Army of Darkness. So Deadite, I know that's what that says there. And as you can see here, he has a medieval helmet here, so that reference to Army of Darkness, I'm sure. Now these pages, as you know, these are from the new Necronomicon from the newer movie, which honestly I was not very impressed with the style of the book. I didn't like the stitches. I mean, the Necronomicon should always have the face, and it did not, and I didn't like that. And it kind of, to me, it just took away from, you know, the canon. So, anyways, here it is. This is from Not Allowed, Hardcore, something right there. You're reading it. Stop. Yes, I'm reading it. Is it going to happen? Maybe, probably, who knows. Too late, leave it. It drills my brain. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Let's see it here. That's not even, I can't even tell that's even words or not. I was reading this. That's like some sort of script there. This is the pentagram with some pretty cool symbols around there. You got the head of the lamb there, or the goat, I should say, not the lamb, the head of the goat, the horns, the wings. Here's all a bunch of intestines, dismemberment of a body. Do this to the infected. Do this to the infected is basically what it's saying. And if you turn it here, it says, "Hear the gentle song of Satan, and you will become its bitch, then die." Yeah, I do know that the language is. I mean, this is, even though I watched this stuff when I was a kid, not everybody lets their children do that. So I must be one of a kind. Too much intestine. And you not intended for small rids or for small kids or adults. Okay, so right here, not intended for small kids or adults. So basically, no human at all. So yeah. More butter on my popcorn. More butter on my popcorn. Interesting. Alright, that must have been something they just threw in. Anyways, those are those pages. Next. Yeah, there's a little more of the new movie styled pages here. I do love the art. It is very intriguing. It is good stuff. Very intriguing stuff. He is screaming. Who is the artist? Who is the artist? And what is with this throat? And what with this weird. So all this stuff doesn't make sense. But I don't think it's really supposed to. Is Titus coming out in the paperback? I'm reading this right here. So it's it's pretty cool stuff. And so that was those are the last two pages. Obviously, they left a lot of cooler pages out. When I wish they would have added more, because you are paying almost $300 for this thing. You would expect them to put a little bit more in there. But as you can see, they didn't. But here is the original Evil Dead movie right here. Blu-ray remastered. Here is the second movie right here, Evil Dead Anthology. Now, I do want to say that if you do plan on buying this at some point, note that this one does not work in our region, our United States region, because this is from Australia. This disc in particular does not work with anything here in our region, and it's only this disc. I know it's really weird. I don't know why, but this is the only disc in this anthology that doesn't work here. So that's why I picked up the 4K version of Evil Dead 2, because you have to have that one. Would not make sense for you not to have that one. So anyways, that's just for pretty much looks. Army of Darkness is right here. And here is the new Evil Dead movie. And like I said, these do work. The first one works, just not Evil Dead 2. That's the only one that does not work. It's really weird, as a lot of other things. And here are the special edition discs. I think that's cool. The middle of the ring is his eye. That's really cool. And here are the special features for the other movies. And here's the bonus disc 2, which is the last special features disc. And yep, that is the Evil Dead Anthology that you're paying almost $300 for. Now, is it worth it? Is it worth $300? Well, honestly, that depends on you and you as a person. To me, it was worth it because I'm one of the biggest Evil Dead fans out there, and having something like this where I can just go back and look at it every day, and I'm a super big collector, so to me it was worth it. I do wish they would have released this in the United States, but they didn't, and there's nothing we can do about it. Will they ever release one like this in the United States? I don't know. I hope they do, and if they do, I will probably get that one too. But we're gonna go ahead and go through the original 2002 Necronomicon. So we're gonna go ahead and open that up, and we're just gonna compare the two here. So as you can see, the symbols are very similar to the book we just saw, the newer one. And here's what bugs me. You have two blank pages where you could have put 2 extra pages from the movie, but like they didn't do that. This is the introduction. Tom Sullivan, right here. That's his signature. He also did all the artwork. And this is very similar to the other page we saw where it was a Necronomicon pulling itself apart. There's that again. That was from the original Necronomicon. There's the similar symbols that we saw. Here's some more. Now these pages were not in the one I just showed you, but now there they are. They did not include these pages, and so here were 2 other pages that they could have included in this Necronomicon here, but they did not do it. So, and again, it's really just up to you whether you want to pay the money for that or not. So I honestly wish they would have combined every page from the movies into one book and just gave us the discs separately. They didn't have to put the discs in the book. I kind of wish they didn't, but that's just what they ended up doing. Here is a map right here, and this is another topical map of the area where the cabin is. I would say the cabin's here. Looks like there's some sort of super big fish monster. There's a Loch Ness monster, I guess that exists in this universe. There's the mountains. This must be all the tree lines and everything. The weird part is I do not see the bridge anywhere. So is this an accurate map? I don't know. From what we've seen in the movies, this does not seem very accurate, but this was in the original from the movie, so that's accurate. This is also accurate. This was definitely in the movie. This, however, I don't think this was. I mean, this is just an add-in page. But in the movies, they never really actually show you all the pages. Just certain ones that they need to show for certain purposes in the movies. And here we go with 2 more blank pages that they could have added something in. So I don't know if that was just them being lazy. So basically, that's 4 blank pages that they could have done something with that they did not. You could have had the page where Ash was in here, raising up the chainsaw over the creature. That could have been in there, but it's not. Here's some little here's some credits here. Cast and crew: Sublime, Sam Raimi. This is a folder for where some collector cards were. Now, when I bought this, it didn't come with any of the cards, nor did it come with the movie, which goes here. But honestly, I didn't buy it for that. I bought it because it's the Necronomicon, and I honestly I didn't care if the cards or the movie was in it at all. So that's that. This is the skin. The thing I'm afraid of is this thing is old, and as you can see, it's peeling up quite a bit. This ear, it's kind of like it's not the same type of rubber, but it's very similar to the rubber on this 2014 version. It's very cheap rubber. This rubber, it is cheap, but it's a little bit stronger. But as you can see, it's peeling up, and you can see the foam on the inside. So what I do is I wrap it in styrofoam or bubble wrap so I can preserve it. You know, I want this thing to last another 20 years. You know, because I want to get I want to get some sort of concession stand. You know, kind of like leave it on there in my collection room when I get my house. And you know, kind of like how it looked in the Army of Darkness when it was locked up in the castle. I wanted to look exactly like that. So, and I have 2 of them. So, yep, that's my comparison with the 2 Necronomicons. You let me know which one you liked better. For me, it's hard because they're both completely different Necronomicons. This one has stuff that this one doesn't. There's a couple pages that has both, but all in all, they're completely different, size-wise, page-wise, contents-wise. So that's that. I will show you the dagger now. Get it out. Which of course I can get it out. It's just I just would like to get it out in a stable manner here. I like to, you know, I like to keep things in good shape, and for some reason it gets harder and harder every day to do that because they make things so cheap. So give me 1 second. Okay, so here it is. That's the dagger. There's the dagger. Is it, portion-wise, is it accurate? No, it's not. It's not accurately proportionate to the movie. It's supposed to be a lot bigger, a lot longer. It's supposed to be at least to there, lengthwise, from the tip here. The head here is supposed to be like way bigger. There was never this red here, but disregarding that, it's really nice. The detail, they put a lot of really good detail into it. It's 50% accurate. I mean, the detail is really good. I mean, it was like this. It's just the size and a little bit of the color tone that's just not there. But as you can see, this is a vertebrae, just like it was in the movie. Well, it's funny because there was 2 different ones. In the original, it was actually a knife blade, and then it was this, and then in Evil Dead 2, it was actually the vertebrae itself. It wasn't actually like a blade of a knife. So, you know, take that any way you want. I like it, you know, it's pretty cool, and it's gonna go like right there with my Necronomicon. So it works perfectly with this size, and you know, I like doing my own little sets, so it'll be on my desk with the tape recorder and everything, you know, in the future. So that there is my review on the 2 Necronomicons, Books of the Dead. Also, with my collection, I have Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick for PlayStation 2, as well as the Evil Dead Regeneration for PlayStation 2, which this was the bomb. This game is awesome. If you ever played this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't played this game, I suggest whenever you have some spare money laying around, you break out the PlayStation 2, or you buy a PlayStation 2 and you pick up this game and you play it. Because even though it's an old game, it's still a very fun game to play, and they are coming out with a new Evil Dead game, which is I am super excited for. So, and Bruce Campbell is coming back to voice Ash, of course, legendary. How could you not? And they did come out with one game prior to these games, and it was Evil Dead Fistful of Evil Dead Hail to the King, and it was on PlayStation 1 and PC. I do not have that one. I have seen it a few times. Some guys want like $30 to $40 for it. That's about the price that Regeneration's going for right now. But I mean, obviously, I would rather have Regeneration than have Hail to the King. So, well, guys, that is my review for the Anthology. That is my review for the 2002 DVD special edition of the Necronomicon Book of the Dead, and I added on the two PS2 games of my collection and the 4K version of Evil Dead 2. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.